Hey guys, I thought I would do an updated classroom tour video for you today. This is kind of like the winter edition because the last one I did was in May and everything was kind of decorated for summer, even though this is, well, it's still winter, but it's the end of the school year, so even though it'll still be winter when they come back, it's going to be set up for spring because it's the new school year, so I'm going to take all this stuff down. But it's snowing today, so I thought, what better day to do a winter classroom tour? I hate that it's snowing today, but whatever. So let's see if it's still snowing. Oh yeah, it's still snowing. So that's my view outside my window. I've got all the blinds shut because the sun is in and we're watching a video today, so it'll put a glare on the TV screen. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get started and kind of walk you through my classroom. The first thing I'll show you is the Christmas tree that we made, and this is, well, all of their hands. Everyone traced their hands. I have about 300 students, and then I put them all up and made this Christmas tree out of every one of my students' hands. And then we also made ornaments and put it on a tree, and there's the star. It's one of my favorite classroom projects that I do in the winter. It's so fun, and I get really excited. This is the back of the room. Up here is the actual classroom, but I'm going to walk you through it. So this is the back of the classroom. I don't really use these too much. I use this table for my stuff. That box is full of recycling paper, and then there's some stuff on the table that I've been working on. It's also some Korean lessons and stuff too. So I have some posters up here that I found in my classroom that I stuck up in the back, and then back here under the window I made these. They are shapes. I found them online, printed them out, stuck them on colored paper, and laminated them, and put all the shapes back here around the window. So that's some fun English that's around the room. All of the stuff I'm going to show you today, I made. Hardly anything in this room was done when I got here. Back here, I made some who, what, when, where, why, how posters, printed them, put them on colored paper, laminated them, stuck them on the wall. Up here, I had planned to put all of their birthdays on there, but that was a lot of work. And so right now, it's just the months. It's a really big board. I'm trying to figure out what else I can do with this board besides put months on it. But that will be a project for later. I also found these really cute ABCs, printed them, put them on colored paper, laminated them, and stuck them up there. Now, you can see this chain hanging here. That's one of my, also one of my winter decorations. I kind of elfed the classroom starting in November, and now some of it's been torn down by kids, but I have put a paper chain all around the room. And also a whole bunch of snowflakes. You can see the snowflakes on the windows over there. Snowflakes on there. There's snowflakes back on that window, all up there too. I'll try to show you them. You can kind of see the shadows through the blinds a little bit, but there's snowflakes all over those windows as well. Coming up here, there's snowflakes. Some of them have been torn off because it's been months, but coming up here, this is a pencil sharpener. Right here, these are the envelopes that I've been using this school year for reward system for my students. They can earn stamps by doing work, and then they can spend their stamps on candy on certain days. I also have a lost and found, which they have no idea what lost and found for. That's basically for my benefit. So I just put anything that I have found in that basket, and if they come in looking for them, I just point them to the red basket. I have scrap paper that I use for many different things. I also did this clock. The clock was here, but I added the seconds and then quarter after, half past, quarter to. They're never going to use that vocabulary, but I thought it was cute and fun, and maybe there might be some advanced students that might like to use that. Here I have the leaderboard. Each class competes in a competition, or at least they did this year, each semester, to win a party at the end of the year. In the summer, it was ice cream, and this year it was hot cocoa and like a chocolate cake brownie thing. Then here, this is my whiteboard that I use. I have made one of my first projects when I got here. I made the date magnets that are here. It's a little bit crazy, but I have, today is blah blah blah. The weather is blah blah blah. I have the weather here, and then also I have the months, the days of the week, and the dates, so we can change it every single day. This is the big page thing that I made that I write the page number on every day instead of them asking, teacher, what page? Teacher, what page? When I've told them 100 times, they can look on the board and see it. This is a behavioral chart that I've made. They get points based on where that arrow ends up at the end of class, and then the team with the most points gets the party. See, this is my desk. It's a bit of a mess this morning. And the TV screen behind me, I've been watching That's Heart on YouTube this morning. And yeah, I've got my coat on the back, a blanket here, because it is cold in here. And yeah, this is my desk. Here on the door, I have some things listed that they don't really see. Oh, one of them's broken. And then one side's in English, one side is in Korean, so that works out for them. I have a welcome sign above the door. Over here, all of those papers were on the wall, but this week I actually made that art wall sign because I'm going to keep like hanging things up there. It might not be things that my students make for me, but maybe we do a project in class and I want to hang some of them up. I'll hang them over there in that corner. I really like that. Here I've got, well, a phone and a hot water heater boiler, and then I have my books here. All of these are board games that I've made and laminated for certain activities. I have cans that had like green beans or something in them at some point that I have marked and put markers and crayons, scissors and things in them we use for certain projects. I have colored paper, colored scrap paper, extra worksheets, this whiteboard supplies. I have, oh, it needs to be organized. It's usually organized, but erasers, whiteboard erasers, and markers. We use these for whiteboard games that we play in class. Outside my room, I have made this board. That's just like the welcome board to my classroom. I made that a year ago and I absolutely love it. It's puzzle pieces all the way around. And then welcome to English class, where you fit in. I don't think any of them get it, but I think it's really cute. So here we've got 16 pairs of desks. I have between 30 and 32 kids in every single one of my classes, so almost every single one of these seats are filled up. I like to put them in pairs. At one point they were in rows of 4, but I like that they're in pairs because if we need to do pair work, they are already in pairs, and so if they're in their partner, they you know, there's no question about who their partner is. It's the person sitting next to them. I really like that. And then down here also we have all kinds of stuff in there. I've kind of gone through and organized most of it, but I have a lot of supplies and stuff in there. Oh, my classroom rules are up here too. Teacher Tiffany's classroom rules. I might change them slightly and add them also in Korean, but I kind of like them because they're specific enough but also vague enough that I can say, oh, you're not doing this. So the first one is follow directions quickly. The second one is be prepared, which means bring your books and pencils and all of that stuff. 3 is look and listen. 4 is make me happy. That one is, I kind of like. At first I didn't like it, and then I decided that's really easy to be like, well, you know, you're not making me happy, and you know, since you're not making me happy, you know, you lose points or whatever. Then clean up when you leave is my last one, because usually, well, you can see the paper on the floor right now, it gets pretty messy in here, and desks or chairs don't always get pushed into the desk, and I kind of make that a rule, like, you have to clean up when you leave, because, you know, other people have to use this classroom too. So that's kind of my winter classroom with the snowflakes and the elfing and the Christmas tree, and that's kind of what I have done in the winter. I did it all last year as well, and then probably I'm going to start taking it down next week. Graduation is on Friday, and after graduation is over on Friday, I'm going to start taking it all down and working on putting everything up for spring, because March 1st starts the new school year. So yeah, that's kind of the way it works here in South Korea. This has been my classroom tour. I will link my other classroom tour down below. It's basically the same, except I've added things, different projects to the walls and stuff, so you can see it's a little bit more naked. I haven't done one. I wish I would have done a classroom tour at the beginning when I first got here a year and a half ago, because literally nothing was on the walls. Like, those posters that I first showed you in the back were on this big board behind me, and that was it. That was all that was in this classroom. It was awful. So I have been working really diligently on updating it, making it more kid-friendly, more learning-friendly, and I think I've done a pretty good job.